on Hollywood Boulevard tonight.
My name is Shana Blake Hill, and I'm doing Children of the Wind from Rags.
Flames are on the hillside, blood is in the streets.
Anyone who's even tried to be part of Broadway or tried to be on the stage would know what kind of fortitude you need to have to pick yourself up and keep moving.
We're children of the wind, blown across the earth.
The song that I'm singing this evening is called I'm the Last of the Red Hot Mamas. 'Cause I'm the last of the Red Hot Mamas. From a show that I wrote about the life of Sophie Tucker.
Today, it's a return to One Night Only, a production I've done for the last 10 years. We tell a story. Each year we tell a story, whether it's Rodgers and Hammerstein or about the Jewish history of Broadway.
Do you realize that most of the musicals on Broadway were composed by Jewish men?
My name is Barry Pearl, and I'm going to be singing If I Were a Rich Man.
If I were a rich man, yaga-diddle-diddle-diva-diddle-diddle-dum. All day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard.
The song I'm singing is I Never Do Anything Twice, which is the Stephen Sondheim song.
Once, yes, once is a lark. Twice, though, loses the spark.
The three of us created a show called Side by Side by Sondheim, which was on in London. And when we came to Broadway, Stephen said, I wrote a song for 7% Solution, and only about 8 bars of it ended up in the film. And I wondered, would you sing it for me, Millie, on Broadway? So I was the first person ever to sing it on stage. So as far as I'm concerned, it's mine.
I'll be there in a trice, but I never do anything twice. Except, no, I never do anything twice.
I do a one-man show called An Evening with Danny Kaye. A director came to me in a show and said, you're going to play Danny Kaye, and I've got a script in my desk. And I started doing my research, and then I fell in love, and I've been studying him for years. I better stop because I feel you all having to go.
I first met Michael because I was asked to do some events down in Palm Springs, and I went down, took my family, and it's a host of who's who of Broadway and Hollywood doing these great benefits, and it became like a giant family.
This is the moment when all I have done, all of the dreaming, scheming, and screaming become one.
So anytime Michael asked me to do something, we all do it.
Well, Michael called me in New York and said, hey, we're going to do One Night Only in LA at the Pantages. Would you be interested? And I said, would I ever? It's a pleasure to see Hal Linden again. He still sounds great.
I'm doing from the Rothschilds called In My Own Lifetime. I think the only person other than me who recorded it was Sammy Davis Jr.
In my own lifetime, I want to see the walls come down, and then I'll rest.
And one time when I saw Sammy, he said, I'm singing your song, kid.
In my own
Peter Marshall is almost 90 years old and still sings like a dream.
And I'm young and in love.
It's a glorious night to keep this show alive, this wonderful music, with these great performers who I adore. To be able to work with such great talents like Nicole, I mean, it's stunning to see that rehearsal she just did on stage. It blew all of us away.
The final word at home.
The Actors Fund is truly an incredible organization.
It's called the Actors Fund, but actually they take care of all kinds of people in the business, including musicians.
We have, 16, 17 performers singing one song, and we'll raise a few bucks tonight, which is wonderful for us. It's so much fun to do, and then so good for the Actors Fund.
We actually help people all over the country, from the desert in Palm Springs to Los Angeles to New York.
It's wonderful that the Actors Fund is going to help them because they help so many thousands of actors through housing, bereavement counseling, psychological counseling, with medical needs. It's a great, great organization.
The Actors Fund is very important to us fellow actors. It's tough. They didn't even bury us in the same cemeteries in the olden days. As a matter of fact, it's still about that way right now.
On any given opening night in an equity production that I'm involved in, instead of giving a little toy or a trinket, I always make a donation to the Actors Fund on behalf of my cast.
Without our traditions, our lives would be as shaky as a fiddler on the roof.